This is Washington State Bigfoot, Gifford Pinchot National Forest. We had an interesting discussion. If you got to listen to this whole Washington State Bigfoot on the playlist, so you don't miss anything, or just watch the previous one.
We'll just start from the beginning of the first episodes of Bigfoot and just go through the whole thing.
Yeah, but we were talking this past several episodes about a myostatin deficiency in cattle that gives them extreme muscle mass. And you were mentioning, we were both
well, the fact that anything that comes out is going to eventually reach the street, and it's not going to be administered by doctors, and it's going to be, it's going to be a street drug at some point, and people are just going to, they want instant gratification. They want it now. So who wants to lift weights and take time to diet and do all that stuff when I can just turn something on or off in my body? And
okay, but see, that's interesting because you're talking about drugs. All drugs have some kind of side effect or another.
It certainly seems like everything's got a list a mile long.
But what they're talking about now, and myostatin will probably be altered via drug. But what's more interesting is actually changing the gene. Now, that might cause other side effects. If you change that one gene, that might cause you to have other problems, just like a drug. But
that's the absolute problem they have with traveling back or forward in time. You change everything.
Yeah, like on Back to the Future.
Exactly. So if you turn something on or off within your system, something's going to be affected by that. Something else is going to be affected by that. But something an unknown.
But look at this. There are people that have mental retardation or something like that where they can definitely pinpoint this is the one gene that's causing it. This is the one amino acid that's out of sequence in their DNA makeup. Now, if they could just change that one thing, they'd be like everybody else.
Well, it's all experimental, I'm sure.
I think I think they're going to pinpoint that more specifically. They might have problems initially, but the only way they work things out is to initially have some kind of failures, and they get it right after a while.
Right, and they'll probably be able to do trials in China with a massive population,
or do computer simulated trials at some point, and who knows? But it's exciting what's coming along medicine-wise and technology-wise. It's already here, but it's going to get much, much better.
But it hasn't been approved, so it's not at your local pharmacy.
Yeah, everything is on. It's the next 10 years.
We're waiting for everything.
Yes, they're going to have everything, but it's always going to be 10 years down the road, 10 years down the road, and then when you're there, it's going to be 10 years down the road.